All right, Sistas fans. Now, this is something I've been seeing ever since, Karen called Zach while he was looking at the new house, basically saying, "Hey, Zach, can we get together for dinner so we can talk?" And heck, I mean, in the last episode, didn't she just straight up say, "Come over to my apartment so we can talk?" And fans just aren't here for it, and I can see why. I also recorded a lengthy video entitled "In Karen's Defense," but that video is where I talked about my understanding of why she's been acting the way she's been acting. So be sure to check out that video as well as this one, of course. But this video is talking about how, you know what, if Zach does accept any sort of invitation, bring Fatima, bring Fatima along. So without further ado, that's the subject of the video. Make sure you take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like it. Also hit subscribe as we close in on 190,000 subscribers. Hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel. And just thank you all so much for the support. You all have been liking, subscribing, because the numbers have been going up. The subscriber watch time as well as the ad revenue, which are very important because, you know, I'm trying to save up for a house. And also follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. So, given recent events in news and media, you know, there's the whole thing about Dave Chappelle saying that he's willing to meet with members of the LGBTQ plus community in regard to their outrage to the Closer special that's been released on Netflix. What, hasn't been 2 or 3 weeks now or something like that? And he's like, you know, I will meet with you. You're not going to summon me. I will not be summoned. We're going to a location, basically a time and place of my choosing. And I kind of feel like the same way about Zach and Fatima. Like, Zach should be like, I'm not saying he has to meet with Karen at all. Let me just put that up front. He doesn't have to do it. But Karen wants to do it, obviously, because she wants to get back together. But let's be honest here, like that song, "Say What You Need to Say." When they were in the salon, after Zach handed her the check, and he asked, "Was there anything else you wanted to say?" And she was like, "I want to say, come back to my place so we could start over, work it out. But we've tried that so many times. We both know it's not going to work out. So that's pretty much it." That was pretty much the benediction, even though for me the benediction was the moment he handed her the check. You know, his whereabouts and whatnot no longer have anything to do with you. And you could argue the same could be said when she clearly picked Aaron over Zach in season 2. But she is chasing after an idea, because this is literally what Miranda is currently doing on House of Pain and what Melinda did in Acrimony. So to me personally, it would be something else if I'm going to say Zach accepts, and this is a scenario, nothing has been confirmed, I don't know what's going to happen, but if Zach were to agree to meet up, I would say dinner, because I don't think he would go to her house due to the fact that it would be advantageous for her. Like, for example, let's say if Zach did go to her house that night, she was wearing that dress, she had candles. Basically, Aaron walked in, it's like, "Wait, you forgot we're meeting on Wednesdays for movie night and Chinese, yet you have, you know, this dress on, and you pull out the whole, you know, shebang, candles and music and everything to set the mood for something." So, you know, if Zach went over there, Karen would have tried to obviously seduce him. So it would be funny as hell if Karen invited Zach to meet up for dinner or something. Let's just say, I don't know the names of these restaurants, but let's just say they go to some restaurant, and the cliffhanger of the episode would be Karen sitting alone at the table. Zach agreed to come, but then he shows up and he's there with Fatima. Holy crap. because it's one of those things where, hey, you wanted to talk, you could talk to the both of us, because clearly he knows the only reason Karen wants to talk is to try to get back together. But him showing Fatima, I'm going to think that Fatima wouldn't agree to do it because she knew she wouldn't want to be used in that capacity, especially with girls that she was trying to be friendly with or become friends with. And then on top of that, that would just be petty Zach right there, but then again, it might get to the point where he's like, look, if there's no other way to show you, Karen, that I've moved on, I'm with Fatima now, you need to accept it. We're done. I've paid you back everything I owed you. There's nothing left to talk about. I've already said I'm going to pursue her with everything I have. So I don't see why you want to constantly, come back together. I mean, think about it this way. When she kept going on and on to the girls about, I can't believe he never mentioned my name to her. That's essentially what Aaron is to Karen. Anytime her and Zach break up and she hooks up with someone else, it's only to fulfill her, needs as a woman and to deal with as therapy. Because trust me, as the nice guy, I've been there before where a girl will just talk about this guy that hurt them and then get back together with him. And then I'm like, wow, okay. So it's interesting because that's what she's doing with Aaron. And Aaron just has like, you know what, you need to resolve this stuff. Because I feel like at this point he's done being patient and whatnot. But then again, it's like, just read the room. Let's just read the room, Aaron. She's clearly never going to look at you the same way she looks at Zach or feels about Zach. So I think that he's like, you know what, hey, we got things to work out. You need to talk with Zach to work this out. But it's just stupid due to the fact that Karen trying to resolve her own issues. I mean, let's be real here. Aaron should see that Karen doesn't just have quote unquote unresolved issues. If she talks to Zach, it's only for the purpose of trying to get back with Zach. It's not about resolving any closure or things like that. So she could be fully ready to be with you. I guess that in Aaron's mind, Karen talking to Zach would, heal up everything and make her ready to be with him. But that's not the case. The only way Karen is going to be quote unquote okay is to be with Zach again. And that's clearly not going to happen. So you're always going to be number two. I feel like Aaron needs to open his eyes and work on things by just walking away from Karen the same way he tells Karen she has things to work on by talking with Zach. So I don't know what needs to be done for Karen to realize it's over, but I don't think that wake up call is ever going to happen. I mean, we do know they are eventually going to see each other face to face in her office at the salon where it's like, did you hear what I said? Yes. And I'm like, if she's pregnant, my God, because at this point, with her acting the way she is, it's just ridiculous because it just makes this strong woman who has a sharp tongue, but even though she come across as harsh, she always has the best interest of her girls at heart, especially Andy when she makes dumb decisions. But now you have Karen chasing after Zach, even though he's clearly moved on, as dumb as Andy staying with Gary, given all the pain he's put her through. So I hope that if there is some kind of invitation, then it's due to the fact that Zach is like, he's fed up. I'm tired of you. I'm mad at Zach for unblocking her number. That's my main thing. I mean, I hope that the minute he listens to that voicemail and hears what it's about, because we do know in the upcoming episode, I think Fatima leaves to go to work or something after Zach is like, one day I'm going to marry you. And she's like, is that supposed to impress me? And then she leaves. That's when he's in his boxers or whatever. And he has the phone to his ear because the preview was misleading, making it seem like Karen would call Zach to come over and whatnot to talk the same time he would have the phone to his ear. But I'm guessing he has the phone to his ear and he's listening to her voicemail, or he just is holding his phone, listens to her voicemail on speaker or whatever, and then calls her back. So I think he calls her back basically to say, no, I don't want to meet you. I have nothing to say with you. And then that could explain why Karen calls Andy and is pissed off due to the fact that, you know, there's something that you know, but you're not telling me about Fatima and Zach. Come on now. So I think that Karen just feels like Aaron is a pit stop where she can vent about Zach and then get back together with Zach. She's mad that Zach didn't do the same thing with Fatima, go on about her, and then as soon as they both kind of have their space, they get back together. But she can't accept that Zach is no longer doing that two-step, because that makes me wonder how things would have turned out if, let's say, Fatima allowed Zach to vent about his ex. And by letting out those emotions and venting, he's like, okay, cool, I'm going to get back together with my ex. So it just makes you wonder. But regardless, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I don't think Zach is going to accept any invitation to meet Karen. But when he does go down to the salon to meet with her in the office, I'm guessing he goes down there because he's literally fed up to the point of, Karen, you got to stop doing this. You got to stop calling me. You got to stop texting me. There's nothing to say. But then when she says what she says, it's like, did you hear me? Yes. I'm like, Lord, is it because she's pregnant? I don't know. But she could be pregnant and then assume that it's Zach's. But then it could be Aaron's because, remember, they had sex too. So with that being said, that's all I have for this particular video. Yeah, it will be funny as hell if, what if they double dated? Or what if, you know, Karen and Aaron are out at dinner and Zach and Fatima happen to show up? Who knows? But then again, wherever they go, it would have to be expensive, because remember, as soon as Zach got that come up in the mid-season finale, he told Fatima, hey, we're going to this restaurant. And she's like, wow, that's expensive. No, yeah, we're going. So yeah, it's just, it will be interesting to see what would happen. But, I'm pretty sure if Zach and Fatima ran into Aaron and Karen in public, Zach would be unbothered by it. I mean, I feel like he really would. I feel like if nothing else, Fatima might feel a bit weird, and, you know, Karen would just be, I don't know, silent but enraged on the inside. I don't really know what to say. But yeah, I would love for a moment where Zach just showed, hey, I've moved on, you need to as well. So there we go. But thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Like I mentioned before, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.